Respected Principal of the College, Dr. Ahmed Nizar, respected Head of the Department, Dr. Govindaraj, dear teachers from within and from outside, good morning to all of you. I am so happy that the youngest department of this college is conducting the first faculty development program in this academic year. So it needs an extra appreciation, and I hope that they'll come up with more such programs. And let this be a harbinger for the other departments so that everybody gets inspired by this program. This is basically meant for the teachers to assist them in teaching the emerging subjects in the field of artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning, and so on. Because we have got acute faculty deficiency in this area. We have got very acute faculty deficiency in this area because many colleges, there are no teachers to teach this subject. So a cross-department training is very essential. This has happened long back. In the 80s, when electronics department came everywhere, there were no faculty in electronics. So we took basically teachers from electrical department and mechanical department and gave them training. And they were sent for post-graduation in electronics at that time. Later it was reduced to electrical alone. But by the time electronics teachers came readily available in the market, we stopped the system of migrating from electrical to electronics. But if you check the senior professors who retired recently from electronics department, they would have been all from electrical department. Similarly, when computer science came, there were no teachers for computer science. So basically teachers from electronics and electrical were trained to be teachers in computer science. Recently, one college was telling me there are no teachers in the computer science department to handle the subjects. So I told them, you ask your teachers in the other departments, especially now electronics department, electrical department, there is extra teachers everywhere, most of the colleges. So ask them to get trained in computer science. And one of my friends now got around 32 credits in computer science by attending MOOC courses. He's basically electronics. He credited 32 credits. For an MTech course, normally 40 credits of theory subjects will be there. So soon, the UGC and the ICT will be coming up with a scheme that if you credit computer science purpose, you can be awarded a degree in computer science. This person who has got this much credits, he has now joined as head of the Department of Computer Science in the college, though he is in basically electronics. So I advise you, those from the other departments, try to credit MOOC courses in computer science and related fields in AI, etc., so that you can take care of the deficiency in the computer science and allied departments. It's possible. And maybe within 1 or 2 years, that will be an approved qualification. Must be knowing that ICT has sent a circular stating that teachers have to be trained in emerging areas and they can be used by that department. So I think that circular has been circulated in most of the institutions where you can have such training programs also to equip the teachers to handle the new subjects. That is one area. And why AI is now emerging, last year if you see the rank, state level rank for admission to BTech, the first comes computer science and related topics, computer science, cyber security and systems. Next comes AIDS, AIML, etc. That means AI is in high demand everywhere, not only in Kerala. In Tamil Nadu also the situation was like that. So AI and related courses are very much in demand. I don't know how long it is going to stay back, but at least for a few years it is going to stay back. That means we need a lot of teachers in this. And the question now is how long AI is going to survive? No engineering branch has got that much definite except the basic branches, civil engineering, which is around 4,000 years old, mechanical engineering, which is around 300 years old, electrical engineering, which is around 200 years old. No other engineering branch is that old. Computer science is how much old? 60 plus years old, that's all. From the first making of the moron computers to today, how many years have lapsed? Only 65, 66 years have lapsed. So it is comparatively new. AI, I don't know how we can say AI is young or old. Half a century back, there was an English novel. I don't know whether you have heard about it. The name of that novel was Frankenstein. Frankenstein is the name of the character in that novel. The story is like this: a scientist is making a humanoid, an artificial human being. At that time, making life was not permitted. Nowhere in the world making artificial life was permitted at that time when this novel was written. Only around 30 years back, Anand Chakraborty, an Indian from West Bengal, fought the federal court in USA and got the permission to make artificial life forms. He made bacteria for eating oil. That's only around 30 plus years back. Till then, it was not permitted to make human forms, give life to artificial human forms. But in this Frankenstein, this particular doctor gave life to a new artificial form of a human being, and that was called by the name Frankenstein. The story ends up that Frankenstein had his own intelligence. Frankenstein had his own intelligence, his own physical growth, and ultimately Frankenstein killed the maker. That is the story of that novel. Frankenstein killed the maker. So thereafter, so many stories have come up. Recently, you would have seen that film in Tamil, Yendiran, which was transliterated to many languages. Maybe that is also just showing an eye-opener up to what level artificial intelligence can go. Day before yesterday, I was reading an article which has come from the West. I think it was a US article, which says that you don't have to now worry about population explosion. It says that in the developed world, within 100 years, the population will reduce to as less as 1 to 2 crores. I couldn't believe it. What is the population now? All over the world population has crossed around 840 crores. In the developed world is almost half the population. India and China alone account to around 275 crores in that. And when the study says that the population will come to less than 2 crores, and that is going to be the impact of artificial intelligence, is what that article is predicting. I couldn't believe it. I need to study further. Though the statement has been there in the article, let us study. Maybe we will be. What they are saying is, when the artificial intelligence becomes so strong, you will depend fully on instruments with intelligence. Maybe embedded or non-embedded system, whatever it is, you will depend fully on instruments. For example, your cleaning will be done by that Kunyan robot, small robot. Cooking, now you are doing it yourself. But give instruction, cooking will be done by another robot. Cleaning, the vessels will be done by another robot. Washing, already semi-robot is their machine, but it doesn't pick the cloth. If it is empowered, it can even pick the cloth. It can even smell the cloth and see whether it is used to cloth or not. And it can use it that way. So for everything and anything, there is going to be an intelligent machine, an artificially intelligent machine, which will do all the work. So what will be the duty of the human being? Just to give some voice orders. Typing is not required. Even now, typing is not required. You can just give voice orders. So by some voice orders, everything will be done. So ultimately, the human being will transform to another shape. What will be that shape? With very thin legs, heavy brain, heavy head, and a moderate. So Nowadays, the human beings are like this. Ultimately, the article says that the human beings are going to be like this, starting from zero at bottom to highest at top. It's only prediction, but something like that is going to happen. And it also says that most of the human beings will become infertile. They are unable to produce the next generation. That is becoming a reality. I don't know whether you are aware. Recently, there was a medical study in which it says that 25% of the girls in Kerala are infertile now. They cannot give birth to the next generation. It has become a reality. So going by these things, artificial intelligence is going to change us. So I think now computer science will be replaced by artificial intelligence to be the most preferred branch of science, branch of engineering maybe within 10 years. So there is scope for everyone who is attending this session. AI is going to be the most emerging field. Computer science, when computer science came, electronics was pushed to the second position. Now AI will push computer science to the second position. It is a reality which is going to happen. So we cannot predict what the world is tomorrow. But now one thing is there, from the conservative system of a defined life, we are all going through a system where the life is not defined. You cannot predict tomorrow what is going to happen. That unpredictability in life is going to be very high, and that is going to be stimulated by the artificial intelligence. I am not going to much theory because you are all experts in that, basically not in electronics or computer science. I hail from civil background, but we were studying computers just by reading textbooks. There were no computers when I was a student. Our teachers were saying that computers will look like this. They have shown us the pictures. And to that, now you see, the first ever computer which we purchased in our college was 64 bytes capacity. 64 bytes capacity. Can you imagine that? And that too, I had a very, very interesting case when I was doing my PG. I have done my PG in structures, which involves a lot of mathematics. That is why the institution was giving equal computer time for computer science people and structures people, because we have to do a lot of mathematics. And at that time, you know how we did? We will sit in the computer center till late night, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, etc. and then feed the program by cutting the card, holographic card. And the card, thousands of cards will be there. We will feed into a tray and we'll go back. Tomorrow, we will come in the morning and see whether that program has been accepted. It's only 4 and 4, no other program. Whether that program has been accepted by the computer. Sometimes the screen will say, screen is there, display screen is there, which will show the result. Sometimes the screen will say, syntax error, that's all. Hundreds of cards we have put, we don't know where the syntax error is. So what we will do? Again, starting, my PG thesis was using a lot of computation. So many days couldn't sleep. Computer center used to be 24 hours. So because this syntax error, we are unable to locate where it is, even after days and days of work. From that, we have gone to such an advanced mechanism as a small mobile which can be used as a computer. Times have changed. It is going to change. This is quite, radical change is going to happen in AML, and I feel that the teachers have to be well equipped. I'm not happy that the external participants number is not good here. I don't know what is the reason. Majority are internal participants. We have opened up to external participants. Maybe they will have their own reasons, but I'm welcoming those who have come over here from elsewhere. Some of the teachers were telling me that they are not getting the information properly. I don't know whether it is correct or not. They are saying that whichever brochures, whichever information is coming to the college, it do not come to the teachers because it's not here like that. Here teachers have got a group where it will be posted. The reason said is that if that is published, teachers may go elsewhere. There may not be people to take care of the subjects there, quite possible. Anyway, recently I formed a WhatsApp group to integrate all the engineering teachers in Kerala. It's a huge number. Engineering teachers in Kerala are 4,000 plus. But only around 1,500 of them have got some stability. The remaining 2/3 are unstable. They don't know whether they'll be in this profession, whether they'll be in the college. That instability is there. But 1/3 is almost stable. At least if they are joined, they can interact with others and see what academic programs are going, what developments are happening, what AICT is saying, what UGC is saying, like that. Some academic interactions can happen in these places. And I was happy to see that so many teachers are joining that group to get this information. It's a good thing. And one more thing is, while doing all these things, keep in mind that updating yourself is the basic requirement for you staying back in the field. Either you update or you perish. It's a do or die situation. I still remember the days when I was a young teacher. At that time, such courses were organized by national institutions only. Our usual colleges never used to organize such program. It was funded by AICT, used to be at IITs, NITs, etc. They are also very, at that time, only 5 IITs and 14 NITs used to be there. They used to organize the programs. Teachers, very rarely, most of the places where I went for short-time courses, only 3 or 4 participants will be there. So the academic content will be very less. They will arrange tours for us so that we are spending the time effectively. And everything funded by the government, including high railway fare in AC or first class travel. It used to be like that. But now things have changed. Now it is a necessity for all of you to update. Irrespective of which area you are working, whether you are in civil or mechanical or computer science, teachers have to update every day, every moment. You have to learn and learn. Otherwise, you will get outdated. There is no other choice. So I feel that such programs will serve for updating your knowledge and being relevant in your arena. That is more important, being relevant. Don't become irrelevant. If a person with civil engineering background should talk on artificial intelligence, there should not be any hesitation because you also have to be updated. That is very necessary. I'm not prolonging. I'm happy that this program has got a good schedule for 5 days. Keep it up and keep to the schedule. Whether X or Y is not there, I feel that academic program should keep the schedule tightly, strictly, and then others will try to join it in that seriousness. So with these few words, not few, I think I've talked a lot. With these words, I formally inaugurate this FDP of the Artificial Intelligence and Data Science Department of the MES College of Engineering. Thank you very much.